Welcome back, Red Devils. In today's video, we're diving into Manchester United's strongest 11 against Everton amid the injury crisis, Marcus Rashford's surprising behavior shift, and updates on Rasmus Højlund and Ruben Amorim transfers. Stay tuned for all the latest buzz. Double boost and new permanent role. Man United possible strongest 11 versus Everton amid injury crisis. Following Harry Maguire's last gasp winner against Leicester City in the FA Cup, Manchester United had 9 days to prepare for their next game. United have had to contend with a demanding fixture schedule since Ruben Amorim's appointment in November, meaning clear midweeks have been limited. However, United had the luxury of a free midweek ahead of Sunday's trip to Tottenham Hotspur, offering Amorim a full week on the training ground with his players. Naturally, an extended period of time to prepare for the clash with Spurs increased positivity levels among United supporters. They had seen the benefit of extended preparation time during last month's trips to Liverpool and Arsenal. However, it came to light on Saturday that Amorim would be traveling to the capital with a depleted squad. The biggest blow of all saw Ahmad confirm he faces a spell on the sidelines with an ankle injury. Amorim does not expect him to play again this season. Midfielders Kobbie Mainoo and Manuel Ugarte were also ruled out, likewise Toby Collier. By the time United arrived at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium not much less than an hour before kickoff, it was revealed Leny Yoro and Christian Eriksen had joined the list of absentees, each missing out through illness. It meant Amorim had no choice but to fill almost all of his bench with youngsters. 7 academy players made the bench in total, with Victor Lindelof the only member of the 9-man bench to have ever played for the first team. Of course, United were beaten 1-0 by Spurs, despite producing a valiant effort in the circumstances. Had Alejandro Garnacho or Joshua Zirkzee been a little bit more composed in front of goal, United would have claimed a point at the very least. Next up for the Reds is a farewell trip to Goodison Park to face Everton on Saturday lunchtime. Amorim will issue an update on the team news when he faces the media later this week at Carrington, but he admitted he was hopeful of recovering Yoro and Eriksen for the short trip to Merseyside. Speaking in Sunday's post-match press conference, Amorim said, "Let's wait a few more days. I think Leny and Chris were sick, so they will recover. Chris has the heart situation and we have to be really careful with that. It's nothing about the heart. I'm just saying the heart rate has to be controlled because he has a fever. I think they will recover and the rest we will see. If the duo recover in time and are deemed fit enough to start, it would be no surprise to see Amorim throw them straight into the starting 11. Eriksen has had some bright moments this season and almost everyone's buzzing. Man United sent clear message as Marcus Rashford behavior changes. A former Manchester United star has cautioned that it's premature to judge whether letting Marcus Rashford quit Old Trafford was misguided. The 27-year-old has displayed flashes of his previous best since starting his loan spell with Aston Villa earlier in the month. Rashford had a significant role in his new team's draw with Ipswich Town in the Premier League on Saturday, hitting the woodwork from a free kick which Ollie Watkins followed up by scoring. The forward's upturn in form since leaving United has led some pundits to criticize Ruben Amorim for potentially misjudging the situation after sidelining him. That sentiment has intensified after an injury to Ahmad, who Rashford could have replaced on the wing for the Red Devils. Nevertheless, former United goalkeeper Ben Foster has suggested such judgments are being made too hastily given that there are still 3 months remaining in the season. Despite acknowledging that Rashford appears happier at Villa Park, Foster, who stood between the sticks for United from 2005 to 2010, maintained his stance on his Fozcast podcast. The ex-Wrexham stopper said, "I still think it's a little bit too early to jump on the bandwagon. I think everybody's buzzing to try and jump on and go, oh, they've made a mistake by sending him out. What are they thinking? He should be doing this at Manchester United. He had a free kick and rattled it against the crossbar. It's a fantastic free kick and in fairness, the finish from Ollie Watkins was unreal. But he did look happier, he did look like he's willing to get the ball and drive to try and take players on. He just needs to keep doing that. I think there's always going to be that scrutiny on him and for probably every game from now until the end of the season. It's going to be watching every single move that he makes on that football pitch because it's Marcus Rashford. Meanwhile, Liverpool manager Arne Slot has expressed his confidence that Rashford will return to peak form as they gear up to face Villa on Wednesday. Despite club rivalries, Slot voiced admiration for the forward, having been notably impressed when he first encountered Rashford during a pre-season tour. He said, "I know Marcus Rashford as I follow the Premier League, and the first time I faced him was in USA tour. I was really impressed with how fast he is, nice height and comfortable on the ball. I hope he shows that at Villa, but not tomorrow. I'd be completely surprised if a player of that quality isn't going to show that in upcoming months. He is a very good player." Rashford joined the Midlands outfit in the latter stages of the January transfer window, signing on loan for the remainder of the season. He had been in matchday exile at Old Trafford prior to his loan exit, last playing for United on December 12th. He has so far made 2 substitute appearances for Villa. Man United's 3-man striker shortlist they turned down before signing Rasmus Højlund. Manchester United initially targeted Harry Kane, Randall Kolo Muani and Victor Osimhen before settling on Rasmus Højlund as their number 9, according to Benny McCarthy. With Erik ten Hag at the helm, the Red Devils sealed a £72 million deal for Atlanta's prodigious Danish forward Hojlund in August 2023. While his sole season in the Serie A left room for improvement, with just 9 league goals in 32 matches, it was hoped that the 22-year-old would lead the Old Trafford line for years to come. However, though Hojlund's debut campaign saw him notch 16 goals in all competitions, this current season has been rather dismal, and the marksman has only mustered 2 league goals. Now, it has been revealed that whilst Hojlund was being scouted by the club, 3 other bigger-name strikers were being courted in Kane, Kolo Muani and Osimhen. In the summer of 2023, Harry Kane was our number 1 target. McCarthy, who left United as a coach in 2024, exclusively told Ladbrokes at the launch of Gaffer of All Accas. Kane was the prime target, but obviously the price tag was an issue. Because he would have been leaving Spurs for United, a few extra £1 million were added on to the price tag, which, for a 30-year-old wasn't seen to be wise. But for £100 million, if you look at it now, you'd say that it would have been well worth it because he's gone to Bayern and he's still producing, he's still scoring. So you think we should have just bitten the bullet and got Harry Kane and then also tried to invest in Rasmus Højlund. That would have been the best thing for Rasmus if he had someone like Harry Kane involved. So yeah, Harry Kane was Erik's number 1 target. Erik really wanted him. Kolo Muani was also very high on that list. Victor Osimhen was also on that list. But I felt that if you're going to want to spend that kind of money, £100 million plus, then you want a complete package. Harry Kane, for me, was the complete package. But unfortunately, the club didn't see it that way. They looked at it as Rasmus Højlund, in the long run, would be a more prized asset than investing in both Rasmus and Harry Kane. So we stopped pursuing Kane, and we ended up getting just Rasmus. Since Højlund's arrival, Kane jumped the Tottenham ship for Bayern Munich and has tallied a record-breaking and impressive 73 goals in just 75 games for the German outfit. Osimhen left Napoli in the summer for Galatasaray on loan, where he has scored 19 goals in 24 games. Kolo Muani has also been on the move, leaving Eintracht Frankfurt for PSG and subsequently leaving Paris for Juventus in January, where he is impressed in his fleeting time there. I think they could have gone for someone else, like a player who was suggested when I was there. Randall Kolo Muani, McCarthy continued. Muani is only 26, but he's vastly experienced. He's played in the World Cup final. Ruben Amorim target breaks silence on Man United transfer. I'll have to think about it. Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Sen Lammens has spoken out about Manchester United's interest in signing him. It emerged back in December that United were monitoring Lammens, having sent scouts to Belgium to watch him in action. Ruben Amorim was said to be considering making a move for the 22-year-old next summer to provide more competition in goal. And Lammens has now broken his silence on the potential of a move to Old Trafford, telling Belgian outlet Gazette van Antwerpen, "Wow, it's hard to say. I've only played 1 full season at Antwerp. If something comes along that I can hardly say no to and that will benefit the club, I'll have to think about it seriously. But if I'm the first keeper here for another year, that's no problem." Lammens did admit it felt special to be on United's radar and revealed he has been keeping an eye on their performances this season. "The first time I heard it, I thought, wow, a world team that follows you. That is special," he continued. Of course, I was also spoken to about it a lot, and when I made a save in training, it was United this, United that. Funny, I would do it the other way around too. But you can't dwell on it for too long. They are still just rumors. Those top clubs have so many scouts and follow so many players. So it doesn't have to mean anything yet. It will only become clear in the summer whether anything comes of it. But of course it's only positive. Especially because it's the best competition in the world and my profile, my stature and way of playing is similar to English football. You have to physically hold your own there, and that suits me. You do follow the teams that follow you a little bit, but it's not like I'm watching entire matches. Summaries are enough. Lamens has become Antwerp's first-choice goalkeeper this season, usurping Jean Butez, who joined Cesc Fabregas Como in January. Lamens has kept 5 clean sheets in 33 appearances across all competitions so far this season, and Antwerp currently sit 5th in the Belgian Pro League, meaning they are in line to qualify for the Champions playoffs.